Happy Tuesday here on Sports Memo Today. I'm your host, Dan Alexander, and as my producer, Eric, was counting me in there, I realized I missed a great opportunity to wear an ugly Christmas sweater or be a little bit more festive. I'm all in black. I'm almost like doing a Teddy Covers impersonation or something. So I dropped the ball on that one. My apologies. A little holiday edition here of Sports Memo Today. It's a Tuesday, which of course means $2 Tuesday over at Sports Memo and WagerTalk.com. At Wager Talk, we got Andrew McGinnis with a 5% NHL play. And at Sports Memo, you can up the ante, pay $5 and get a play from Moneyline Matt, R&R totals, and Dion D'Amico. All that for just $5. I mentioned that it's a little holiday special here for you. What's more special than bringing on one of the hottest handicappers that we have seen in quite some time on the gridiron? Jesse Schule going to be my guest today. And you see to the right of me there, 85.7% on these top rated plays. That's across all sports. And Jesse, when we dive into the NFL, 11-0. That's undefeated. Mr. Perfect, Jesse. So it's a formality of me asking you how you doing. I know you're feeling good with those kind of runs going.
I mean, it's a little bit of pressure when you're riding an 11-0 run with top-rated NFL plays when you try to pick that next one. It better be good. It better be good. It better be worthy.
Yeah, well, it's a good problem to have, right? Because even if, the gambling gods don't smile upon you fondly, you're dropping to 11-1, which is what some people dream of on a run. But we're not even putting that out there in the universe because Mr. Perfect, I honestly, I love it because obviously your clients are cashing, you're cashing. It's great for all of us when you're seeing it so well. But selfishly, I just love it when you go over to Jesse Schule's Twitter page and you get to see him strutting his stuff like Mr. Perfect. So nothing better than that, other than, of course, our bankrolls getting booned every time this guy has been seeing it. But yeah, an incredible run. You can check out his stuff right this moment, sm.buzz/JS. And Jesse, I say we get right into it. We talked about this being a little Christmas special, a little holiday special. So let's get some free play gifts for the folks. Let's look at this Thursday game. It's the Armed Forces Bowl. We got Baylor around a 4-point favorite. Money continued coming in on Air Force. It was around 6 when it initially opened. But you think with all this steam coming in, there might be a better way to attack this game than either fading or chasing that steam that's coming in on Air Force. So how are you going to be betting the Armed Forces Bowl that goes Thursday at 7:30 Eastern?
Well, Dan, I don't know about you, but I like to be pretty selective during bowl season, especially when we're talking about these early bowls, teams, with 6-6 records. It's really difficult to tell who's going to be motivated for these games. But I have an angle here. I mean, Baylor motivation could be in question. They lost their last 3 games of the year. Air Force Service Academy, these guys always show up. So we always expect the Service Academy teams to be motivated to play, regardless of whether it's a bowl game, whether it's a non-conference game, whether it's the middle of the season, the beginning of the year. These guys just show up. I've got my eye, rather than the side here, I'm looking at a team total. The team total for Air Force is sitting at 19.5, and I think they're going to have some success running on this Baylor defense. Near the end of the year, this Baylor defense sort of fell apart defending the run. If you look at their last 5 games, they gave up 149 rushing yards to a Texas Tech team that is not really known for running the ball, 238 yards to Oklahoma, 184 to Kansas State, only 115 to TCU, but then against Texas, they gave up over 200 yards again. Air Force, obviously, triple option. They do say that giving extra time to prepare for the triple option is going to help, but I'm not certain that Baylor's all that concerned about this bowl game and coming up with a game plan to defend this triple option. I think they're going to sort of show up, go through the motions. Really, at the end of the day, Dave Aranda, this team, defending Big 12 champs, they're 6-6. They miss out on any of the big bowls. They're playing a service academy. I don't really think they're all that happy about it. I don't think they're going to be too enthused, and I think they're going to give up at least 20 points to this Air Air Force team. So taking the team total over here.
Yeah, and you always hear about, service academy unders and this, that, and the other thing. But when you look at when it's not two service academies playing against each other, especially this year with Air Force, sure, there's been some blips on the radar, some teams that have played them tough, but this team has shown a propensity to be able to put up some points in bunches. We're just asking for 20 points from Air Force in a highly potentially motivated game going in against Baylor. And the sharp money has also been looking towards Air Force. Don't think the sharp money would be there if they don't think points are going to be scored by this Air Force team. So we got Jesse Schule saying over the team total. That's play number 1. Now let's swing it to Friday. This game going at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's the Independence Bowl. And we're looking at Houston, who they're up to a 7-point favorite, despite this almost being like a home game for UL Lafayette. The total is also trickled down a little bit here. Opening number was around 60.5. It's now sitting around 57. What do you think, Jesse? That line moves sound about right to you, or you think that just maybe gives us a little more value on the over?
Yeah, that number looks a little bit low to me, to be honest with you. We all know Houston can score. They averaged 37 points per game during the regular season, 15th nationally, I think they were. And they're not expecting to have a lot of opt-outs for the bowl game. Wide receiver Tank Dell announced that despite going for the NFL draft, he is going to play. The problem with Houston, though, is their defense can't stop anybody. They failed to stop anybody during the regular season. And Dana Holgerson has not got a good track record when it comes to bowl games. His teams are just 3-6 straight up in the last 9 bowl games he's been involved in. Both these teams trending toward the over. The over is 6-0 in Lafayette's last 6 off a win. Over 6-1 in Houston's last 7 overall. And Houston's gone over in 4 straight outside of the conference. Lafayette looked like they had a real strong defense for most of the year, but near the end of the season, they started to give up a ton of points in some of these games. And this Houston offense is a whole different kettle of fish than a lot of the teams they would have been playing in conference play. So I expect Houston to get their points. I don't like Houston to cover. I think both teams are going to put points on the board. I think that the number is a little low, so we're going to go over 57 points here.
So he's saying, forget the steam, forget the move. Jesse Schule walks alone. I like it. Buck in the marketplace saying, give us all the value you want on this over 57. And you may even get a little bit lower, closer to game time. But Jesse not hating to lock it in now, going over that one. So, Jesse, we talked right at the top about this just terrific season that you've put together on the gridiron. It really started in CFL season for you back during the summer. So people head on over to your page, sm.buzz/JS. You have anything loaded now? You have anything you're excited about for the holidays coming up?
Well, of course, the college football playoffs. I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the NBA. I've been focused on football all year. At this time of year, I start to transition into college basketball and NBA. I'm not quite where I want to be with college hoops yet. Have to admit that. But NBA, I'm hitting 62% with NBA against the spread the last 365 days. That's pretty damn good as well. For a hefty profit when you're hitting 62% for a year with NBA against the spread bets.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's on the gridiron or the hardwood. That's my guy, Jesse Schule. Huge thanks to him. Only one guest, and when he's dropping knowledge like that, that's all you need here on a Tuesday edition of Sports Memo Today. Appreciate you tuning in, and want to remind you, we do have that great deal going right now, the $2 Tuesday triple play here at sportsmemo.com. You can get Moneyline Matt. He was on Wager Talk today earlier with our Wager Talk TV audience. Him alongside R&R Totals and Dion D'Amico. Top-rated plays, just $5 for all 3 of them. And you've been watching the show here. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you for tuning in. If you've been watching and enjoy our handicappers like Jesse Schule, Ross Benjamin, Matt Josephs, we've had Eric Pauly on as well, all the great guests and handicappers at sportsmemo.com. Why not throw them all in your cart and use a one-time code that's going through midnight on Christmas? That's December 25th. use code GIFT25 when checking out. Everything in your cart, 25% off. So you can get a 30-day all access from Jesse Schule. Pair that with a weekend play from Matt Josephs. Whatever you want, put it in your cart. Use GIFT25 at checkout, and you cut 25% off the entire cart. The catch, you can only use GIFT25 once at Sports Memo and once at wagertalk.com. So make sure you choose wisely, but stuff that card up and make the most of your 25% savings. And if you enjoyed the show, all we ask you to do, other than head over to sportsmemo.com, is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Never miss any of our great shows here at Sports Memo TV and Wager Talk TV. And that's going to do it for Jesse Schule. I'm Dan Alexander. Joe Ranieri is going to be filling in for me this coming Thursday with Matt Josephs, Eric Pauly. So since I won't be here and I didn't wear my Christmas and holiday finest, I'll just wish you a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, and we'll be seeing you next week for me, but next Thursday for Joe and the crew right here on Sports Memo Today.